OJ.
Our favorite topic, our favorite weekly topic, Minister Marion Hall. I have to break up your bubbly feeling. I mean, that's another topic where you want to talk about Reds. But yes, another week, another Minister Marion Hall story. This time,
Let me pull up the article.
she's pulling a backtrack. Pull it up, please, because I don't want to get anything wrong here. If you can pull up all the articles from last week too, and everything that was said last week by her, and all the reports surrounding her last week. So she's now saying this week, she's pulling a 180. She says she's not quitting the ministry. She's just transferring it. Right? She's just transferring it to a less toxic place. YouTube. Who are going to tell her? Who is going to tell her?
No.
Who are going to tell her?
That's worse.
Because she's saying like, yo, Instagram and Facebook, so toxic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's full of so many demons.
Where the devil resides.
So,
Sister?
let's go to the godly platform, YouTube.
Sister Hall?
Never say yikes.
There's no comments worse.
You better make it
Yo,
on a YouTube comment
we
section.
call our YouTube comment them a cesspool.
Made for kids. Lock off your comment section.
Does you really feel like it's a bit over there, so really?
It's not.
Anyways, that's what she has communicated. She has made it clear that it's not that she's quitting the ministry, even though she basically said, I'm giving up the ministry. I'm giving up my calling. She's now come this week and said, I'm not giving up my calling. I'm calling out the press right now for not calling this what it is, which is a backtrack. I don't see anybody saying she backtrack or she pulling a 180, because that is what she's doing. She say, oh, she walk away from her calling to this week. Oh, I'm not walking away from my calling. Isn't that a backtrack? Me not see no media I call it what it is, but that's an aside.
It's weird.
It's very weird. She said she not quit the ministry, even though she post on her Facebook say, yo, you don't have it right, me done with the ministry. I'm paraphrasing, but that's she pretty much say. She not done with the ministry now.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say. I'm just transferring it. Let me just add some clarity here. Cool. But this could be seen as a backtrack. An aside. Also, the news say, yo, she have our property up for sale to pay off dog bite victim, to pay off a dog bite victim of somebody who was at her house.
Yeah, and $3 million?
$3 million.
It's on the cost.
And the house is up for 60 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Renz, your favorite topic to talk about when you hear these things, what says you?
I'm sending you healing energy. I'm sending you healing energy. That's all I can say. Like, I don't.
God.
I'm sending you. The max comments don't change from last week. Literally stitching the video. I was saying last week, and I'm gonna replay it back here. Sending you healing energy. You don't have to talk about everything you're doing. Just do it like Nike. Do what you gotta do. You wanna go here? You wanna do that? Do what you gotta do. I just feel like, just do it. Yeah, like, I don't know what to say. Like, minister.
Girl run from Facebook or Instagram to go to YouTube.
Just do it.
The devil resides on Facebook, on Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram. What about YouTube?
Because just to bring on back, people, this is what she said last week to our Christians and non-Christians who's been coming up against me and my ministry. Congratulations on your mission to take me down. You successfully done so. I've decided to walk away from my calling. I'll no longer be doing any preach. Of course, it's a backtrack. I'll no longer be doing any preaching on any social media platform.
Wow, look at that.
YouTube is a social media platform. Just inform the minister,
It
please.
is.
Yes, you got it right. I'm walking away from the ministry.
So
no, she do this interview with Observer. It was with Observer. And she goes on to say that, I'm getting to that. I would never turn my back on God. I would never walk away from my calling.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, what did she say? Kids in the class.
I'm walking
away from my calling. That's a backtrack.
Congratulations.
I'll give it up to the heathens. That's all right in the win. Yeah. Right? I would never walk away from my calling so that the devil can rejoice. The people that say, You know, miss the part where she says, so the devil can rejoice. That what, stop leave out the part there. So the devil can rejoice. That's what she meant. You know, sick me. I'm just stepping away from Facebook and IG because they're just polluted with the devil's activity. I've monetized my YouTube page and that's where I'm going to be. Yeah, she calls some of the actions on Facebook and Instagram as devilish. Some of the people here and how they
that just sound like she get vexed and she vent and she type it out and say whatever, and then somebody say you might want to consider just. Oh,
you know what's weird too?
Facebook
if you are a
demonetizer.
minister, right? Wouldn't you want to go into the place that the devil is and preach your word?
I mean, that's what she says when she says she's going back into dancehall, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You should be going into the places because you can't church. If you're in the church, you know God, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going out and ministering, you should be ministering to people that don't know God.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole thing is a walking contradiction, Minister Marion Hall.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, ma'am.
All right, if she can't make sense for now, I'll try to make sense of this. Yo, people, we're just taking this break out of this podcast to big up the likes of Big up Itopia Live Herbos, where cannabis and culture combined for a one-of-a-kind experience. Visit them at 10 West Kings House Road, just across from Canadian Embassy. Also, you can follow them on Instagram at Itopia Life or visit their webpage at itopialife.com for the latest info on strains and merch. This podcast is also brought to you by Pure 24. Pure natural supplements designed to enhance the body and mind. They make supplements affordable, effective, and easy to use. Visit their website at pure24store.com. Their products ship worldwide. I remember, so you can use that promo code FIX to get 50% off all purchases. That's promo code FIX. I feel like we're not fine, so get 50% off all purchases. They are the only gummies you'll need for a better life. Trust me, people, they work. You know what I mean? Also, we are big up Sharp Cut Barbers for the sharpest of cuts. Shing. Hit up Sharp Cut Barbers, located at 9 Branch Trough Square. You can follow the boy Steve on Instagram right there. Last but not least, we are big up Kirk's Cool Ear Auto. They do the work. Brr. The home of auto AC repairs. Their services include regas and oil, AC compressor repair, evaporator core replacement, receiver dryer replacement, and much, much more. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel. Yes, they have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/Kirk's Cool Ear Auto TV. Follow them on Instagram as well at Kirk's Cool Ear Auto. You don't know, so you can visit them at 44 Malines Road, Kingston 10. Telephone number 876-447-7703. So that's the telephone number to reach Kirk's Cool Ear Auto, the home of AC repairs. We work hard to keep you cool. The bargain. There we go. All right, we're now returning to natural proceedings. I was reminded in a conversation
Yeah, I know.
with somebody who I know that I consider very... I have my whole in high regards. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to know. I don't know a couple people. Well, Javi, know. You know, two, know. And, you know.
I have no clue.
Conversation, you know, producers and these things, right? I hold in very high regard. Respected OG. I was reminded, so we cannot hold these artists up as no moral compass. Minister Marion Hall included. I was reminded that you have the likes of Snoop Dogg, that for a time he was Snoop Lion. Where him take up Rastafari and in gonna Bubble Hill or wherever him going at the documentary that him shoot. Seemed like he was serious about taking the whole Rastafari liberty up.
Serious.
Months later, back to Snoop Dogg. I was reminded of Kanye West.
D-O-double-G.
You know, the Sunday service.
Jesus.
And all these things. I'm a changed man, touring with the choirs. Even here was one stop. And everything, you know what I mean? I feel Jesus in that young man. Yo,
No, you know something like that?
You just really again for do our fuck, you know? You know what I mean? I feel the spirit from that young man. What can you do, you know? Can you remind me?
It's yay, okay?
No, it's yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Just another element of the persona, of the evolutionary process, if you will, of being an artist.
Well,
And
creative people so mad.
I say it all the time, and I do all of them mad. You see me? Everybody are Edna mad. If you go Edna mad, I consider you mad. It just follow the territory.
Crazies.
This situation, I feel we just need to take it what it is. We shouldn't have taken her serious as a minister. This is her expressing the gospel side of her artistry. And it's just promotion so people can talk about her. Because she's an artist. Artist.
That is so sad.
Artist first.
You know,
Let's
you bring
never
up a
forget
good
that.
point. You do bring up a great point because
Yeah.
we need to stop. Like, I feel like too. You see
Stop.
how
Come,
with
we call them out all the time.
No, it's not even just the artists of it, right? Because for example, with every single thing, with like if you want to do something, right? You have to learn some artistry. If you guys wanted to do the fix, you had to do some research or do some reading or whatever. You had to. Both of you went to school, all of that. Like you did probably a course on communications. All of we did some communication at some point. If you want to be a doctor, you have to go doctor in school, medical school. You have to do something. You get what I say? If you decide, say, you was a gunman and you want to be a minister, you go, oh, you have one tent down your road. And you say, me is a minister, come through your offering. We need to stop doing that. We give, as you say, we give public figures, especially when it comes to God and those things, religion. Them can just decide tomorrow,
Especially here.
Especially here. Like, I feel like you have people who just, when you talk to some pastor, you say, so, them was dancehall artists or them was something you say. So what dancehall never work for you? Say, open one church?
Look on the youth there, the gay pastor, what they do there.
Kevin.
I see some of him videos and you couldn't tell me say him wasn't a wannabe dancehall artist, so him did a DJ. You know,
Mr.
And I call out people names.
every guy
Really?
want to touch off him. Yeah, they do that, you know what I'm saying?
I call people name and also do something. Listen, we need to stop it as a culture.
The devil in
The
We
part,
need
it's
we need to
a
stop,
bigger
yo.
topic because
It is
Minister
a
Marion
rubber.
Hall is a bigger topic that we need to stop, as you say, entertain these people.
All about promotions, all about getting attention.
I hate that.
Kanye have an
I
album out
hate
now.
that.
Him a go on the most way. Like all of them thing there is just a
Yeah.
part of being in them industry, yo. I just so but knows it that disappoint all heap of people because I know that there are people who are genuinely happy for her when she say, yo, more I met now what.
Yeah.
All we did
But
happy for you.
at the end of the day, it's performance art.
Gonna be
It's a
Christian.
part of the artistry.
Wanna
It's
stop-
sad in
stop
some
playing with
ways,
God.
but when they really pre things and certain actions them with, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
No, I get.
No,
what you
all
were
right.
doing.
You know what I mean? I lost track of that for a little bit because we are the people them always say, stop what the artists say they're not really about anything. They're about what can put money in them pocket. What can make people pay attention to them. So them can put money in them pocket.
Wow.
So
No, never.
And when you notice it's true, is there's a handful of artists that you're always talking about, you know. There's some that you just don't talk about unless they have unless they have music out. There's a handful that you talk about, and the handful that you talk about is for a reason. True. You're 100% right.
yeah. So healing energy said we can still send that. That
Yeah.
never hurt us.
Stop playing with God. Period. Stop playing
Yo,
with
she say
God.
other people do it and still alive. She say I like not strike them. So me nice. I want to be Minister Marion Hall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the mode I'm in right now.
Get monetized on YouTube.
Monetize on YouTube. Yo, the amount of money I could have make off of some of them live on
And just
Instagram
art.
and on Facebook.
Yeah.
And maybe them demonetize her for real. And, yo, that's where the money is at right now.
Or maybe something she's struggling because dancehall is her thing. Like it's
People
her,
did this,
Yeah.
you know, surmise that from the dog bite story.
yeah, so
I don't
maybe
really read
she's
that much into it.
not financially, but in terms of like with her godliness. And maybe she loved dancehall, but she loved God, so maybe she's struggling with
Maybe
it.
there is a struggle.
Maybe there is an
I've
internal
always said
struggle.
there's
But
an
be
itch there.
honest with it. Don't be calling out the girl them and doing whatever. Be like, guys, or if you want to talk to it, say, yo, me I struggle with me I listen to dancehall and me miss it. Me I hear the girl them and me feel a little way, me see a little jealousy. Talk the truth. Talk the truth, girl. Talk with your chest.
Congratulations! You see what I got the spice? Got me nominated.
Oh
Never
my
think somebody
God.
will get so big. Think somebody will go stay small. You know what I mean? Shensi are racking up these international collabs.
I'm gonna do a
I
song.
mean-
with
Jada
Shensi.
sign our big deal.
You know what?
God.
I'm gonna do a song.
Oh God, me hate you, just me. Yeah, so people just see this what it is.
Focused like never before. Only thing that on my mind, I feel achieve my goals. I prefer live some lifestyle we never lived before. Until the day the reaper come take my soul. Used to give people my love, well not anymore. Hardcore like some I put it in the snow.
Push a key in on my lock and make me feel nice. Make me hit a high note with my real voice. You better deal with it cool, make me freeze like. Make me freeze like. Give me the water from the steel pipe. So I'm feeling for the D when I feel nice.
Walk on the stage, I'm a song them it a fuck up the place, yeah. Me a kid down the gate, tell the boy we a guard for try move. My price a raise up, mommy young than get famous. Name start pull out stadium.